wherever you are joining me at this moment. Welcome to 513th edition of Invest Data Clean Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, I'll tell you that the global market, as we speak, have rebounded again, and this oscillation will continue in terms of international investors or what we call market sentiment or players psychology or attitude remain in this oscillation mode, and also this have supported also the trendy market we are seeing in this matured economy, which our market is not left. But I'll tell you that this investor sentiment will continue. Why I say so is that because before now most of investors or traders in the market are worried that the trade tension may spread into what into global crisis that could also threaten the economic activities and also increase uncertainties in businesses or for businesses that have appeared to be changing now. Why is it changing now? I'll tell you that as at last Friday, when in this class we discussed about US dealing with the UK, that gave a sense. We saw the rebound that we also saw in the commodity market, where you see oil price rebounding because there was a successful deal, talk about a trade deal between US and UK, and that signal that yes, there was likely that UK and the US and China will go in that direction, knowing that these are the two bigger economy or largest economy in the world. And that also we are not surprised seeing that this morning, okay, that the market has changed because of what the news that the two country US and the UK China has agreed to also lower their tariff within these 90 days of discussion. I signal that at the end of the day, there might be a conclusion that it must come down. But one thing that is very paramount here is that in all that discussion, I'll tell you that US has successfully increased their tariff on in different forms. But that is what Trump wants to achieve since he came to the office. Was saying that this tariff war have been what have been trade partners and all those stuff. But successfully, he has succeeded in pushing the world all this up again, despite the negotiation that is going on. On that side, that means US, indirectly are winning. But I believe that most economy or most countries outside the US are also strategizing, thinking that if this should not be what they will sweep under the carpet, is for them to be thinking that tomorrow we don't know what will happen. Even when India is saying that their discussion with US is to say that US in the next anytime they're going to to discuss about tariff that it will not affect India. You can see that everybody's trying to play safe, but I believe that it's an eye opener for any of these nations to look inward and see where their strength, and at the same time look out for other market apart from trading with US. I believe that will make business better for the whole globe. But I believe that it's an eye opener for you to look for a new partner in trade, also where you have strength, where can you go. I think for me in all this, it's a good news for the world, it's a good news for the market. That this morning we are seeing what kind of a relief on from the for investor because of this agreement that US and China are already heading to, because the meeting they had was successful, and that also come a lot of now that they agree that to 90 days pause to this soaring tariff placed on each other, and that is a good one. And Washington has moved to slash tariff on China to 30%, and why Beijing also has moved also to mean that also they cut their own also to 10% of import or being coming from US. This is a step in that direction to bring peace. That's why I said if you are following me that let's see the outcome of negotiation and consider it yielding result, and that is why you must pay attention to your chart. If you look at today's topic, saying that it is all in charts, whether the policy is changing or market volatility, you must pay attention to the chart, because whatever you are seeing happening in terms of all this policy, the chart will tell you why. Because the psychology of people in the market will show in that candlestick, which is also what we pay attention to as we are trading any stock or any market. It is necessary that we pay attention to that. But let's quickly start from what is happening in Australia, in Asia, Asia market as we speak. Because of this news, we saw that this morning we saw that Asia stocks or market jump up into green, and China is in lead after Beijing also, like I said, and the US announced their progress in their trade negotiation. That fire up, and also the ceasefire between India and also Pakistan also was there also another that supported also India index. We don't forget that Indian market index are also be dragging feet. You can see that the Asia environment can see that there was a kind of a leap in the index there because of positive news comment, and that positive news is always in your chart. As I say, you trade the news or you trade the chart because the news will reflect in the chart. You must see how the people in the market reacting to those news, how are they acting. That's why you must pay attention to your chart in any given time. It is very, very important that you don't just put your chart aside. Yes, I'll tell you that other factors like fundamental, they are okay, they are good sentiment, but I tell you, pay attention to your chart is very, very important. Yes, but because of this, I see that there's opportunity for us also to look at what is happening in in other markets, seeing that Asia was seeing how the markets are open in green. Even also we're seeing that in Europe, so Europe market is also in green, and most of these companies, especially the logistics company in Europe, are seeing their stock rallying. Also, even some semiconductor companies also were seeing also rally because of what this move between Russia and US. Not knowing that this movement of goods and services is also another great business that many companies are into. With that news, you can see that the stocks of this logistics company in Europe and also semiconductor, can see them all breaking out. It tells you that any market we are playing, you must understand part of policies, or statement from policymakers, how it's going to trigger, how it's going to impact positively or negatively on each sector. The news alone have changed the face of world traders across the globe, not only in the US, not only in China, but in other zone or other domain. It tells you that this you must pay attention to all these. They are very, very important at any given time when it comes to what trading. It's very, very key that we pay attention to all this, because at the end of the day, the deal between US and China will also enhance economic activities globally, because many companies that are into international business also will getting also a lift from it. Don't forget that before now, with all this started, that many investors were looking at only those international companies where they see that yes, activities are also looking better because of what tariff here and there. And there was a kind of fund leaving the US market to other markets, which Europe is not left behind. Fund were entering the Europe market because of the low P in Europe market. I believe that these are the things we also see that's going to also impact the market there. And for me, it's a good news that Europe stocks are in green, and as we speak, as I told you earlier, and most of the companies that are into logistic activities there were seeing a kind of uptrend or leap in their prices, because business as usual will continue, and that's why we must pay attention to see which companies will bring directly from all these policies, all these tariff agreement for trade discussion here and there is very, very important. I believe that this is also what we are seeing. When we come back to US, the screen, the major market that the major where activities are really coming out in terms of policies and all that, trade policies and all, we're seeing what is happening there. Yes, US market is not left behind. We're seeing that the futures there, or indices they will call it, they also jumped this morning on news of the news of US trade, China trade agreement, and we are not surprised. And I tell you that this is what has helped the market, has also increased optimism and also softened trade between other economy, because I believe that nobody want to push his economy towards a tax corner. We are seeing policy changing. And even we are seeing the recent policy activities of monetary policy, how they also manage it, and also that inflation in US, what is expected, as all eyes are still on the figure this to come this week in US. These are the things that we expect us also will shape the sentiment. But already this morning we are seeing kind of an uptrend in that market. As we speak now, Danjo is up by about 1.9%. I also can see that S&P future is also about 2.5%, and NASDAQ is about 3.4%. This is a good change. The main averages on the Wall Street are relatively up compared to what we see or what we saw on Friday ahead of the crucial meeting, and also in Switzerland between the officials of the US and the China. That I tell you, the signal of lowering the tariff is also a good one, because I tell you there's a significant lower tariff that is likely to come after this 90 days agree. You can see that all of them have gone back to work to drawing board to see. I believe that by weekend we expect to see by weekend to see where they are headed to with their top. But I see with the light we are seeing now, I think at the end of the day might be a better thing for both US and America. And don't forget that these are the two largest economies, and we're not surprised. Like I said earlier, all eyes are on what on the consumer price index for US this week, and that will give you information more to see what the Fed chairman was talking in their last policy meeting, that the risk is rising, the danger is rising in terms of risk of rising inflation and unemployment. Like I've said in the last class, that is still there. That means all eyes are still on what to see this inflation figure for US, and that will also give direction of the next policy, even when the rate was left unchanged for the last meeting. But let's see. And also the move by Trump to cut drugs or pharmaceutical drugs or medicine, we'll call it the price. The plan also affected most of the pharmaceutical companies' shares this morning over there. We're seeing that this morning most of these stocks prices are also looking down because of the move of the government to make sure that and that also it will also affecting most of them. But the good news is that those that are having international operation, if you are cutting in the US, it's another market for them. That's why this policy here and there we need to also pay attention to them, because there's a way. I know that this policy might favor some nations in terms of pricing and also align with also others in our country. We need to also pay attention to all this. But these are the things that will also have impact on everything we are doing. Also, the major thing again is that we saw oil price jumping, again almost with 2.5%. We're seeing crude oil around 65.52%. Why? Because of the news of the two giant, especially that China is a large consumer of crude, or the buyer, and US also the trade agreement. All these have kind of pushed their confidence, even when OPEC also plan to increase their production. But because of these two, world largest economy and also good consumer and producer, these are the things that also have also the trigger price. For me, it's a good one. And for those that are oil manufacturing economy like ours, oil producing economy like ours, I think it's a plus for us at the end of the day. Yes, if you look at Africa, I would say that good thing for Africa that most of the indices in Africa market are in green. And but only NGS today we're seeing that NGS is still was looking southward as a result of what profit taking in some high cap stock, but the market remain a bit also strong. But we are seeing that there's a pullback on Friday. That trend has continued this morning. But I believe that it's just an opportunity for those that are not in most of the stock. This pullback is an opportunity, for you to also know what to do. Yes, before we go to our topic today, that it is all in charts, trading the changing policies and market volatility. Let's quickly look at market data. I'll tell you that to speak now that the market is also, for me, the index as to speak is also oscillating, but we're seeing that the market is trading right away, 108,531.595. They are down by 131.75 basic point, representing 0.18%. But if you look at the market break is still positive. We're having a 27 advances as we speak now, and 20 and 15 decliners right away in the market. For me, this also a good thing for the market. That's why we're seeing that the market is having a a pullback, but we're seeing that position taking continue in the market. If you look at the market rate today, we're seeing the market have been in the range of 108,518.443 and to 108,750.62. This is the range of the market right now as we speak. So good news for us that the market is still strong despite the pullback. And also don't forget that you must pay attention to candlestick. When we come to chart, we also look at all these candlesticks and what is signified and how can also trade it. But I look at the market break, like I said, is positive. But look at the 5 top gainers in the market this hour. We're seeing that multi-fast continue on the trend. We saw it last week. That thing continue again. But you can see that it's all by 10% right now. We're seeing also better glass also up by 9.99%. It has crossed 117 naira to trade at 176.7, while multiplies are almost 111 naira flat. We're seeing also HM call. It's also on the gainer chart this hour by 9.88%. Abebe building or Abebe Market Bank. Market Bank is also up by 9.88% as we speak. And also can see Cavaton also rebounding. This is stock that also took some profit, but I believe that the news of the market also have changed it. I tell you that also when they pull back the opportunity. But let's wait and see their Q2 number. But if you are still in that stock, we can hold. We are seeing a new no, no kind of sentiment for the stock, as we are seeing the stock opening the week with a 9.84%, trading at 3 naira 35 kobo. On the flip side, look at what are the stocks that are there. Look at two stocks are in that top 15 losers as we speak right away. If you look at them, I'll tell you that John Holt is among the top losers right now, down by 9.48%, followed by Dicom, you can see down by 9.47%. You can see Royal Exchange, see Annihilation, and Nigeria Brewery. These are the top 5 losers as to speak right away. I will say thank you on this. Let's quickly look at our topic today. It's very, very important. We must pay attention to our topic for today, and that is the essence of this class. And that is why chart, you can see chart already displayed. I'll tell you that in anywhere in the world that trading stocks, you need what we need chart. That's why I said chart is the fundamental tools in stock trading, also for analyzing price movement and also identifying what patterns. You must pay attention to this. But that does not say that for you to be successful in trading, it's only technical analysis will make you successful. No, we have to effectively combine technical analysis and by using chart and understanding fundamentals, economic fundamentals, even company fundamentals, and at the same time manage risk. This is what makes it different for you to trade successfully. That means for you to be a successful trader, you must have what good knowledge of your technical analysis and fundamental understanding the economic cycle, economic policies to manage risk. Why risk? Because I tell you, if every implement again in the future, if the future will not come in your favor, you need to also navigate and come out. And that's why even when you enter a stock, you always have your stop loss. That means in all this, when we are combining technical analysis and fundamental, you must also know how to manage risk in the whole thing. That's why the essence of technical analysis or chart are for market analysis. That is the major thing. That is the essence of what chart, to analyze market. Why? To see the pulse of the market, what the sentiment, if there is any news, any policy change, it will reflect what on the chart. That's why candlestick is what. But actually, don't forget what we discussed on Friday. I tell the importance of a candlestick, the week, and also when you have a 2 to 3 candlestick, what it stands for, and when you have more than what when you have 2 to 5 candlestick, and when you have more 5 candlestick, what it stands for, pattern will start coming in. That means you must pay attention to candlestick to read the whole story for the day. It tells you what is happening in the market. It tells you the story, whether in a session, in a minute, in 5 minutes, in 1 hour, it tells you, candle will tell you what is happening so that you understand. That's why I say chart is very, very important. It's the essence of what to manage to analyze market and also manage risk. It helps you as a trader, to see what is happening by looking at the price action and and identify the potential opportunity, and that makes you the different, because there are different patterns you see in the market. Candlestick will come in different way, and also as a comment is providing what it is, and that's why you must look at your price action to know exactly. Even the line chart, all of them are still telling you story that you must pay attention to. You don't just say because yes it is a chart, let me just know. Understanding the chart pattern, looking at what is happening there, you must understand the relationship between the volume and the momentum. All these are what you need to know. Timing also is very, very important when it comes to trading, and that is why I said, where is the market actually heading to? It is the candlestick and the chart will help you to know. Is the market is going front and back, but is the talk of the tariff switch market up and down internationally? Locally here, is it what market have been reacting to what positive earnings, and at the same time market sentiment and front entering the market again? And which pattern is the market signaling? Is it a warning pattern or a hook pattern now? Yes, when market form a double top or now like this, you must see that the market is signaling a kind of a worry signal, but not worry really, because if you have rallied here, you are taking profit, pull back the opportunity to buy, but when you break it out, that's a new trend also, because you are not actually here now looking at this chart here. You can even identify that the market is also formed a double top here, which you will understand what I mean by double top. For those that are following me here, you can see it here. You need to also correct and pull back. This is the pullback we are seeing now. As possible that the next pullback will be already this resistance here is already has turned to a support level at where the market is now. If there's any breakdown, any breakout from this point, more likely see this level to be at the next support level. That will be around 772, no, 107,774.97. This point. But first of all, let's wait and see where the market is now. this resistance here, or have already turned a support now as the market coming down. A breakdown of this one now, or you can see, a breakdown of this one now will tell you that we are looking at another strong. But I believe that as investors are still analyzing the market, especially international investors that buy into the market, that change volume and also buy into high cap stock. Already was meant that if you cut down here, you can see that the market have been trading above the average daily volume recently. When you see this green one crossing the black line, it was only just Friday so that it's already tested it but didn't cross. But today we are seeing where the volume is. When you see big volume coming and you see from that funds are entering the market, we are seeing that volume when this market bounce back from this level after forming almost a double bottom here, which you can see that you can see the good volume supporting this rally. Now that it's coming down, there's no cause for alarm. All you just need to just to pay attention to this volume. It's very, very important because this is the only way to analyze the market. But when you know where it's likely to stop there, fine. But because of the changing policy we're saying, just like we are, and also the market volatility, these are the things that when you see market coming down, candles will tell you where it's going, where is it heading to, on the right direction. You will know. But now you can see that market has pull back here. This is an uptrend. These are not there. But at this point, you can see that market is experiencing what we call a distribution phase, where profit taking is taking place. This place. But after here now, they are likely to be a pullback. But when it put down this level here, as I don't put it down here, sorry, what you bring down, you can say yes, markets have confirmed a decline phase. But that decline is that it's not that it has been, it has broken down this major strong support level here about 130,652. 152. But this is where, but another strong support level you can see that this is another strong support level that you also put your eye 100. Is anytime you see market breaking down the 100,000 mark, that is also your opportunity for you to say you are worth. For me, there is no cause for alarm now. We are seeing the strong market breadth or internal having about 27 gainers against 15 this hour. But like end of the day, we'll know. But if possibility of market rebounding, don't forget that when you see market pulling back, there's what we call a formation of a hammer that we can tell you what we saw here. If you see this kind of thing happening here, it's a sign. But as we speak now, we have not seen any sign now. This is a normal candle. Black, no wiggle yet. No. Let's wait and see what's going to close at the end of the day. But you must pay attention to your candles because everything is in the chart. The pattern we're seeing here is what we call a cup, the saucer. Sorry, this is a saucer. But if there's any information here, you can see this one come here. It will become a cup. And before you know it, it's going to break out again. And that is for what? For the pattern. And it takes more than 5 candles. You can see that to form a long pattern. But for a short pattern, it's between what? 2 to 5 candlesticks to form a short pattern. You can see that this is also that 2 we're just seeing now. This is a short pattern we're watching now. It's just 2 candlesticks that have changed the direction. We need to pay attention to it. I say 2 to 5 candlesticks can give you a short pattern, but anything more than 5 is a long one. But now we're watching only to I want to see to confirm what will the next from here. For me, there's no cause for alarm. Already, yes, you can see when you take a straight line here, a trend line from this point. For example, from here, you can take the trend line up. For that, the trend line must touch 2 or 3 what or 3 candlesticks up. You can see that this is an uptrend. If I want to take it here, yes, you want to do here, yes, here you can see it has cut down. But I'll tell you, this one is just crossing to. But if you want to draw a trend line that because candles, the index action should be above the trend line, that will be in this form. You can see it here. You can see that how many did it connect? Connect almost to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see this is strong trend line. Because the market are not broken a trend line, that means the opportunity that markets are rebounding. That for me, this is still a strong market. Despite that, it's also in strong phase. As I say, profit taken here. But once it break out this trend line, that will confirm a decline phase of the market. And for now, there's no cause for alarm. But I believe that as and the market continues just afternoon one, before the end of the market, we also know exactly what has happened in the market. There's no cause for alarm in the market as we speak. Yes, May has always be one of the best market in our market here. Even while abroad they are still selling May, our market are defied it. And now we're seeing that yes, even the pullback we're seeing, the month of May, month to date, it still remains in green. And even it has also further pushed year to date record, recovery and uptrend. For me, it's a good one. There's no cause for alarm. I rather will pay attention to it. Yes, we look at the momentum of those stocks that and the good thing of technical analysis is that when you use price action effectively to analyze the market, it helps you as an investor or trader to trade with clarity and confidence in any market condition. That means you must pay attention to this anytime. And that's why those that have able to kind of secure or kind of make sure that they have a chart in their system. Apart from this one we are using now on the website, the one that can set up some set up or call it setup that you need to buy, sell, give you alarm, signal. This one you need to do that. But if you have the other things you think that you should have, so that will help you also to further strengthen your investing confidence anytime you're in the market. Yes, quick one. I want to look at those charts that we're seeing on beginner's chart before our time. Let's quickly look at the one. Let's take the life of a better glass or better glass. Let's look at what better glass is doing. Let's see what we can get from better glass right away now. Better glass here. See the pattern of the stock. What are you observing? And this is just on a daily chart. Here you can see it here. You can see that this stock has been on uptrend. Even when it slowed down, just one day the door was flat. You can see that it has continued in the uptrend. For you have to also watch this trend. And the good thing is that the stock is making a higher high. If you change this one to a 1 month chart, it also give you a clear direction where it's coming from. You can see all the way from here that this also an uptrend. See an uptrend. Those that are in the life in the paid class can see what we discussed. Can see a rally here. This is a bull rally. This is a bear pullback. Bull rally. This here was also consolidating here before it was a kind of start trending. Before you see it here, it came down. For now, you can see that the market has also moved up. You can see what the stock is doing. And they just the month of May, you can see what you have just seen here. You can just see it here for see it here from you can put your cursor here. This for May only. You can see what has happened in the month of May. After the stock has started. That is why you must pay attention. For once, don't be greedy. If you are this stock, you know also what to do. If you look at the 1 hour chart for this company, on the 1 hour chart, you can see that look at the 1 hour chart, you can see that the stock has pulled back here before coming back. That if this the full the full uptrend here, covering even taking on everything they have experienced here, for me it's a good one for the stock. And we're seeing on a good volume, on a higher average traded volume for the company. You can see it here. Let's keep our first cover, but there's still momentum here. But like I said earlier, don't be greedy. If you're a profit, nothing stops to take profit from this kind of position. Yeah. Yes, another one that's very interesting is the Cavaton. Let's look at what is the pattern of Cavaton in the market now. If this stock that there was sell alert recently on it because of the same chart pattern as well. As I said, you must compare your chart pattern with another thing. You can see here that he already pulled back before before we sell. You can see that he tried to rebound on Friday, and that's what we're seeing now. When you see this kind of candlestick, when the stock is pulling back, and this was a 1 hour chart, you can see, it's a sign. That means before people can see, you can see that the previous day, you can see that what happened in that stock. You can see. Let's quickly go to a day chart to see the picture of square. You can see the picture that of Friday here. This is strong resistance level that it tested, came back, it tested, it pulled back, and that was the pattern that it is struggling. But then see here on Friday, it was up, pulled back, tried to go down, so it now form almost what we call a dodgy indecision. But we're seeing that this morning now, I see it on another takeoff in the stock. That's why you also pay attention in this chart patterns. They are very, very sorry, candlestick that gives information on what to do. They are very, very important that we pay attention to those candlestick. These are very important thing that we should note. Also, let's look at the chart pattern for Dangote cement. Dangote sugar is among the losers this morning. Those that are losing, let's say only that is marginal. But also can look at the why we're not looking at Dancom, the chart are so funny, and that of know John Holtz. Let's see John Holtz now and see how it look like. See John Holtz. Sorry, John Holtz. Yeah. You can see the pattern for John Holtz. You can see on the day chart, you can see it as well. There was a time for John Holtz. You can see all this trend. You can see you must look at this chart. You can see now it's trying to resist the word to resist decline. Even at this hour, you can see The price is going nice. It's forming also another hammer here. But let's see at the end of the day where the stock will happen. You can see the chart here. But like I said, quickly look at the Dangote sugar. Look at the chart pattern for Dangote sugar. That will also help us to know what to do. You can see also this a live chart of the Dangote sugar. You can see the at least I tell you that trendy stock you can make money. There's a pullback here, there's pullback here, trend up and also down here up again, trend rally up again. This for those that understand how to enter and zoom easily. Here it went up at this level before pulling back, went up again, pulling back, up again. This is what we call a trending stock. Even when expectation of different things from the company, but the chart pattern or what we call it, the price actually saying that it's a trending stock that you can equally trade. Even at this hour now, you can see that they sell it down, but buyers push it up again. They have sold that stock down to this level, almost around 38, but their buyers are also push it to level. That the buyers and sellers are struggling. This stock will quickly to give us a clear picture. Look at the last 1 hour. Also, you can see in the 1 hour that they are still struggling on the stock, pulling up and pushing it down. Let's wait and see what the stock will close for the day. On this note, I will say thank you because of our time is fast spent. Already giving me sign. See you on Wednesday, hopefully by God grace. Enjoy the rest of your trading day. Bye.